You've got to grasp what's taking place around you now that they've come to the realization that they can no longer contain you in that container. That the content of your character is overflowing the container. The container being the physical body or hat. And the content of you is overflowing. Like it says, thy cup runneth over. You're overflowing now with information. You got questions that don't even meet up to the knowledge that he has put out yet. You're ahead of him in time and space. You want to know what happens when I die. Do I die? What is death? Am I going to go to heaven? Is there heaven? Do I go? Is it here? Is it there? And they can't answer these things for you. So not only is it happening in the church, but it's also happening on the college campuses. And it's also happening in the high schools. And now the junior high school kids are coming in with questions. So there's a worldwide acknowledgement that it's not out front in knowledge. Because they have too many things they can't answer. You follow? So it's very difficult for the sacred societies, Freemasons, Shriners, Knights of Columbus, Alhambra, which all go into the Illuminati, to continue to propagate this hypocritical light concept without giving answers. Because people have walked across the arch or the threshold of a past master and still know nothing. They've traveled through the degrees, traveled from west to east and east to west, and still know nothing. But they're waiting with each last Thursday in the month at the lodge, thinking that this is the time we're going to learn that secret. And they spend 35 to 50 of their years waiting and don't hear no secret. Because they don't have any secrets. There's nothing to give them. So the esoteric world, the secret societies failed. You follow that? And they forced the kids to disrespect God by taking a kid who's suspected as being a criminal, putting him on a stand, and then putting a Bible under his hand and expect the same kid who's suspected as being a criminal to tell the truth. Just by putting the Bible there is blasphemy. By putting it in front of a criminal and say, put your hand on this Bible. You expect them to tell the truth when they're there because they did something wrong. You see what I'm saying? Their system is over. The rule of the devil, and the devil has been ruling this world for 6,000 years. His rule is over. Now what people would love to feel is that tomorrow we get up and there won't be no devil. No. You know why? Because the reason why your container is overflowing is because you have diluted your contents with the devil's character. We are keeping the devil powerful. We have taken him into us. And he lives in us, in our desires to be other than ourselves. You hear me? In us wanting to live in his image and after his likeness, and not in the image of the likeness of the what? No. I breathed into man a breath of life, and man became a living. You don't want to be a soul. You want to be a body. You want to adorn the body. In other words, you want to take the container or the vessel called the body, and you want to satisfy it, decorate it, feed it. But the contents in the container has already been tilted or tinted with shaitan or satan or abbas or any name that you want to call, diabolus, dragos, all the Greek, whatever name you use. This malicious being is now moving in me and you and coerces us to do his bidding. He gets us to make fun of our own, to laugh at people, to steal. He gets us to smoke cigarettes and poison our body, to damage the vessel. And when one of us damages the content, all of us are damaged. Because the content is the same even if the vessel takes on different shapes. All of the containers here have different shapes. All y'all look different. But the content in the container of all of us, soul, essence, God is the same. So when one soul is damaged, all souls are damaged. That's why he asked him, are you your brother's keeper? And he said, I'm not my brother's keeper. When in fact, I am my brother's keeper. Because as my brother falls, I fall. Humanity falls. Let me tell you something, just to jump away from it. Animals on the planet reach a certain point where they become what they call extinct. Correct? Now, that means that that animal has lived the full potential or lived the utmost of its life. Its existence has now expired, and nature, it doesn't want it to breathe anymore. And I say that, I don't mean that as simply as it sounds. When I say nature doesn't want that animal to breathe that's now extinct like the bald eagle, it doesn't want that animal that takes in oxygen and gives off a poison substance. That animal's physical composition and what comes out of it should not exist anymore, because it'll infringe upon other animals in the chain of life. Try to bear with me what I'm saying. All right? If an animal is supposed to disappear, it's because God wants that animal to disappear. And if man step in and prolong the life of that animal, man is taking the ecology and making it imbalanced. Because that animal is not supposed to be here anymore. It's not supposed to breathe anymore. That's how God planned it. But Caucasians will go out there and try to save animals. And while they're saving the animal, they're interfering with the ecology. And they're wondering why all this other stuff is happening here. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. The last strain on all existing animals is the bleach gene. I know some of y'all might want to lie. I'm going to let y'all lie. I know all y'all have seen rats. And I don't just mean on television. Come on, y'all now. Y'all have seen rats in the house run across the floor. You have never seen a white rat run across your living room floor. No, you didn't. You haven't never seen a white deer running across your yard. You ain't seen a white snake until recently. There wasn't no white lions. And every time they get a white snake, they go, look, a white snake. And they show that white snake in every movie they can. When they get a white lion, they take them to Las Vegas and show everybody, look, a white lion. Correct? And when a white buffalo was born a couple of years ago, all the Native Americans said, ho-ho, a white buffalo, a special symbol. So it was special for a white thing to be born out of species that were naturally brown, gray, and dark colors. He was unique because he didn't belong there. That's the only reason why the white lion is so important. Because when you see a white lion, you say, lions are not that color. Where did you come from? And they'll prove to you that that is a defective chromosome, an albino gene. You with me? Well, talk to me about something important. Yes.
Rabbi, first of all, I want to say how glad I am to be in your presence.
It's my pleasure for you to be here.
And secondly, I have two questions. One question is, I recently lost my mother. We buried her 3 weeks ago, this Saturday, today. And I experienced a horrific scene with her. She died of cancer. And I wondered why I had to actually be there and see her go through this till her last breath.
Okay.
Secondly, since I've become a member of the Holy Tab in the order,